If you live in the Midwestern states, i.e. the popular Rust Belt, which isn't so popular to trucks and frames, you know that the winter months are horrible for your truck or any vehicle that you drive. So today, we're gonna do a little bit of maintenance on that, try to make this little girl last a little bit longer. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Flat Thunder channel. My name's Andy, and we are in the garage today. So we're gonna start with an oil change. Here we go. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get to the real purpose of this video. Picked up this awesome little siphon can, looks like a spray paint can, old school, comes with these tubes. Do you know what this is? This is a universal undercoating spray gun. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this to seal up the surfaces underneath the cab. Yeah, and try to apply some of that used motor oil we just took out of the engine. This thing up and start shooting. It's gonna get messy. Before we get into the real dirty stuff, I like to get into the interior of the cab and remove the door panels. This is a real critical area because you can't really apply lubricant in there with the door panels on. So we're gonna pop these door panels off. Ideally, you would do this every season for the winter months. I don't quite get to it that frequently. It's probably like every other year. Basically, the gist of this, if I can remember correctly, we gotta pop off the top section for the controls, and then down here, behind this lens cover, there's a bolt. You gotta remove this ever so carefully because, yeah, I broke probably 2 or 3 of the other doors. Can't really pry on that, just ever light push, tab pops out, and this little marker lens cover will come out. Let's see if we can get it off without breaking it. Push is all you need. There we go. This guy's just got to lift out, I believe. Yep, okay, lift out up here, and then a tab on this end to lift. So you got a screw there, screw down there, and it's just a straight lift. You got to remove this guy. Woo! That guy's just a spring clip. And it's just a lift. It's actually still a little bit warm from coming out of the engine. That's an advantage. 2 different hose attachments. You just thread off the nozzle and thread these on there. One of them has a 360 and an N, so it blows out all directions. And then the other one should just come out straight out the end, but I don't know how it's going to come straight out the end. Let's try this one. So you need more power. Not bad. I don't know. Well, let's give it a go on the door, see how it does. Put our wand in here and fill these holes. We're going to try to focus it down in this area here on the back side so it'll spray the outside edge of the panel, working all the holes, and then kind of reach up this way. What we really need to get the oil is down in this bottom seam here, because that's where it really likes to trap the moisture and corrode and rust. So we'll get oil inside all those holes, and then we'll wipe down this exterior surface. You can see the inside of the panel, hopefully. Now that's just primer clean, and this has been oiled several times. Let's see. And then I'll show you what it looks like after we hose her down. see that nice brown even layer a couple inches up from the bottom there. That's what we're looking for. Eventually that'll all run down to this hem down here. And that's a nice even coat, hopefully the whole way up. Got a little chunky there because we're really trying to get in this corner over here. And then we got the back side of this front fender, this hem here. So if you always apply up, it's gonna roll down. All right, that's one down, 3 more to go. Well, we almost had a really big boo-boo over here doing this back passenger or driver's side door. The oil built up pressure, the vent must have got blocked, and it shot out the vent hole like a fountain, coating the door. Luckily my face wasn't in the way, and luckily it didn't go in the interior. So from now on, drape a towel over that. That way it doesn't blow oil everywhere if it gets caught. Brings back old memories of the old siphon paint guns. Remember that? That one drip that would come out the top of the vent hole just ruin the finish. Always annoying. When I first started doing this, I would focus on this region right here because this is where it usually rusts out first. There's an inner fender in here that traps all that moisture and goo, and that rusted out on my first F250. So I focus on that. Now that we got the new can, I think we're gonna go around underneath and get some other areas. Hitting this one first. One of those fancy lifts sure would make this handy. But we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way and crawl around all over the floor. We got our light here, and we're gonna get under there and take a look inside the inner fender well and the bedside. Show you what it looks like. Hopefully there's not a bunch of rust in there. Space between the inner fender and the outer fender. So we're just gonna lube that all up in there until it's running down and coming all hopefully out. It's like an elephant. So I don't know if you could tell, we're getting a lot of atomized oil vapor in the air. It's actually getting kind of cloudy in here. And we were just doing this one inner bedside. So we got basically right here, and from here to here, we still need to do it on the back side here. But we're gonna do the smart thing, which you should have done in the beginning, is put a mask on, and I think I'm gonna open the door to get some better ventilation and a little bit more light down there, because it's too hard to wrestle the light, hold the hose. Turns into a big elephant. So you really got to hold it close to the end. So let's get masked up, get the door open so we don't die out here, lube her up some more. Back side here, looks like we got some overspray already down this side. Got a strut that's rusty. Let's get after it. Like it sprays a big distance when you're looking at it, but when you're not, it doesn't. If that makes any sense. Boy, did I screw up. I did both undersides of the cab with that little flexi wand on there that I was using for the inner fender well, and it worked great, but it took, I wouldn't say an insane amount of time, but it took maybe 10-15 minutes to do each side. Then, just because I was curious, I took that off and put the normal nozzle on, and whoa, that 10 to 15 minutes could have been cut down if just doing the surfaces to probably like less than 5 minutes. This thing really just punches out the oil and coats way faster. So we're gonna go, we already did the passenger side, we're gonna go over the driver's side again and then catch the outer frame rail with this. This thing, it's super duper fast now. Outer all undercoated. We even got the door panels back and reinstalled on the doors. Wiped down a little excess on the bottom of the doors and everything looks good. What you guys didn't see is I got up on the fenders in the front here. You can't really access them that well, but there's some holes inside here that you can reach in between the inner and the outer. And then up here right by the nose behind the headlight, you can reach in there. Then just a couple various holes along the top side of the fender. Stick that hose in there and spray it around. There at the end, we were trying the nozzle with just the nozzle on the end of the gun and no hose, and wow, did it really speed up the process. That would make coating the underside a whole lot faster, fraction of the time. But we did use the hose to get in the holes, and then we just kind of, it just really cuts down the flow. So next time we'll probably do all the holes first with the hose and then get the nozzle on and just really baste it on there. As you can tell, it makes a huge mess. So obviously we got drips everywhere. We got little pieces of rust dust and flakes because, well, she isn't brand new. There are some pieces down there inside channels and such and sandwich materials that flakes off and throws dirt at you. And then we got the pile of cardboard here, the soil. I think it's a win. I like that sprayer unit. It's way handier than using my oil pump can. And you can actually spray vertical, getting all the different cracks and everything, as opposed to just kind of paintbrushing it on. And not sponsored, just bought this with my own money off of Amazon. If you're interested in spraying your frame or the underside of your cab with used motor oil, this thing seemed to work pretty good. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, drop any of your questions down in that section below, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching, everyone.